mechanic, Tandy.
Hi, Marshal Pruett.
Great to see you in a P2 car this weekend. Tell me about a slightly different seat you'll be sharing. We would expect to see you in a different mark, but tell me about how this came together.
It was an idea that we had from Porsche to get me a little bit more experience in prototype racing. Obviously, I'll be doing the two races with Porsche in the 919 Hybrid at Spa and Le Mans. But the idea came about to get some more experience, learn the rest of the WEC tracks, and learn how the racing goes in WEC prototypes. I've done a fair bit in GT, of course, with Porsche, but it's always slightly different when you're in a different type of car, a prototype car. So any experience that you learn from racing in P2 is going to help whatever I might do if I drive the Porsche again at Le Mans next year, or anything that might happen in the future. So the idea was to get a bit of experience, and it's always good to go racing. We approached KCMG with the idea, and luckily enough they had a seat, and they warmed to the idea.
Let's talk about NASCAR, Nick, and how that interest came about, and I guess if you had a chance, whether you would jump into one of those big American beasts.
In the UK, there's a big short oval stock car scene, and it's not widely recognised by sort of the national motorsport media, but that's what I grew up doing, and I'm a stock car racer at heart. I'm a short oval, quarter mile oval tarmac racer. So naturally, when I was growing up, the motorsport that I was interested in was stock cars in the States, because that's what I could watch on TV. It's the biggest interest that I have as a hobby in my life, really. You know, I never miss a race on TV. We're lucky that we get full coverage of all the Sprint Cup anyway in the UK, so it's something that I still really follow, and I love the whole aspect of how the racing works, and how the races come together, and how the teams work together, and how the cars develop throughout the races, and how the drivers adjust to how their cars are working in particular lanes, and when they go to road courses, how different it all is when you go from track to track. Whether it's a short track to a super speedway, it's just a real big interest for me. And when I was a lot younger, it was always a huge desire to go and race in the US. And a few years ago, I managed to do that through Porsche and sports cars, which has just been absolutely awesome. When I go to Daytona for the Rolex, it's just something that's super special to me personally. I'm not getting over the top. I'm not getting carried away. But if the opportunity arose at some point, then I'd definitely think about it. I've been talking to a few people about trying to make stuff happen. So watch this space. We'll see what we can do.